Hey, Big Mike here. Hope you've been riding the picks. We've been making some serious cash. This video, I'm going to do some explaining. Not giving any picks. I'm going to break down exactly why I do what I do and how come I ended up where I am now. Like a lot of you, for many years, and I mean, fucking way too long, I bet them stupid parlays. Because, you know, that number seemed really exciting. You could bet on 5 teams and bet $10 and get 800, 1,000, whatever it is. You know, and every so often you'd hit one and just enough to keep you wanting to come back. But you do the math at the end of the year, you say, wait a minute, I put 20 grand in, I took five grand back. I lost 15 grand. And I know all of you, if you actually did the math, you'd come up with the same conclusion. The shit doesn't work. It's a sucker bet. It's designed to make you keep chasing the dragon, going for the dream, that lottery ticket. Well, if you want to buy lottery tickets, buy a lottery ticket. You want to waste your money, but have a good time, go to the strip bar. Don't do stupid shit like bet a fucking parlay. You know, you get that rush, and then you're on the internet, or like some of my friends at the book, they got pictures of them on their phone. Look, I missed that one by one. I almost made $10,000. Motherfucker, you lost. You always lose. That's how that shit works. You see these guys on the different Facebook groups, and they'll say, look, oh, this son of a bitch, he cost me $10,000. No, you cost you. You know, if you made a common sense bet, and maybe those 4 picks you liked, you round robin them by 2, and you only won 3 of them, like you show on the picture of the ticket that you're crying about. If you'd bet a round robin by 2, you'd have won a bunch of bets and you'd be ahead money. Now, would you be ahead $1,000 off of $10? Nah, that's just dumb shit anyhow. But if you bet it common sense, especially if you can get the right picks, there's a solid way to make money. I mean, it's not hard. It's pretty easy, really. I mean, for a little while, many years ago when I first got out of the military, somebody gave me a job as a runner. I had a friend of mine that, you know, he was tied up with some folks on the East Coast. That was his family, and he ended up head of the family. You know, and they had ran a book back there. I was in Vegas. They had me act as a runner for them. They'd get uneven. They'd send me to place a bet. Another book there got uneven. They'd place a bet. It was back and forth. They wanted to make sure everybody stayed even. You get the same money coming in as you got going out. They make that 10% vig. That's how a book works. Those lines are set not where they think the game's going to end. The lines are set where they think historically that's going to be 50 in, 50 out. Well, I knew that for years, but I still got suckered in, like a whole lot of you are. I finally said, you know what? That fucking school counselor told me I was 3 points short of a genius, but I was also an ADD kid, so I fucked around and didn't get straight A's like I should have. But you know what? I should be smart enough to figure out how to make a fucking living in this instead of doing stupid shit. So I sat down. I analyzed it. I spent a lot of months sitting there figuring out how to make money at this. And I came up with it. And it's been running for 3 or 4 years and steady profit. Whole different than it used to be. Now, you know, I'm not into one of these guys that I want to sell you picks. I want to take what I've come up with all of my work and my years of experience, and I share it with people. Sometimes I send it to you free. I got a vet, it's a disabled vet. I send him the picks free, you know, so he can have some fun, maybe make a little money. You know, if you don't believe it, I'll give you the picks for 3-4 days. That way, when you sign up, and it's only $75 for a whole month, when you sign up, it's with the money you won from my picks. And if you didn't win anything during that period, don't sign up. Obviously, I don't know what I'm talking about. But guess what? Everybody I've sent free picks that actually followed the directions, they subscribe every month. Now, $75 isn't a lot. $75 is like $2 a day. These guys are spending a shitload more money and losing a shit more money than $2. Now it's got to be worth $2 to you to go from, God, I can't make my rent, to, hey, I'm fat. What's going on here? This is great. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, this is a business. As soon as you put that silly lottery ticket bullshit aside and you stop looking at these stupid analytics, that's another thing that gets people. I sit at the book and I have people I know well and respect and like, and they're friends, but they keep saying stupid shit. And I just shake my head. You know, basketball. God, look. They've covered the spread 8 out of the last 12 games. Yeah, but look who they've been playing. And because they've been winning, the spread gets higher because the book wants to be 50 in, 50 out. So if a team is covering the spread on a regular basis, that means people on that side, all of a sudden they're betting on that team because just like you look, just like this guy, you looked at it and said, well, look, they're covering the spread. Well, result is more people like him are making bets. They know that. The book knows that. So they raise the spread just a little bit. The next game, it's 10 points instead of 8. And how many times they sitting there going, oh, I missed it by 1. They've covered 8 out of 12. I don't know why I missed. You missed because they keep raising the bar. And you sucked right into it. You got to quit swallowing what they keep sticking through that fucking glory hole, dude. Spit that shit out. What's the matter with you? There's a way to do this, and it's not hard. Now, I give my picks, but it's, obviously it's $75. I'm not getting rich off of giving you picks. I bet my own picks. I'm not like all these other handicappers that they're in the business of selling picks. I bet my picks. I did a lot of studying to come up with my picks. I took years of experience to come up with the method that I use, and it works. And I share it with people because you know what? I'm just fucking sick of watching all these people lose money to the book. I mean, I can't tell you the number of times I sat at the book and listened to some friend whine that he can't pay his rent. His credit card bill's overdue. He can't pay his water bill. God, I don't even have enough gas money to put in my car to go to work tomorrow. I mean, there's no fucking reason for that. It's just ridiculous. I mean, learn to earn. There's a way to do this. I share it with people, not because I'm trying to get rich off of $75. I bet my own picks. It really just covers the time that I spent. Instead of me just looking at making my bets and going to the book, I got to type it up. I give an explanation. Then I've got a list of people I got to send it through. 1, 2, 3, and I go down the list. It just, that $2 a day, that covers my time to spread it out. And I've done all of that work. If you're going to use it, use it. I know a lot of folks that they pay for the picks and they still put the picks in a silly parlay instead of following the instructions. And then they drop off and I don't see them after a couple months. I don't have to ask what happened. I know what happened. You didn't follow instructions. You did something else with it. And you paid for the picks, so that's certainly your business to do what you want with them. But you don't have to be like that. There is a way to make money at this. Use the picks. Stick with the method. Every sport, there's a different method. Things like basketball and football that have a point spread, I like to tease them because I know that spread's a little imbalanced. It's to the book's favorite, especially if it's a team like, say, it's the Dallas Cowboys or Kansas City Chiefs or, somebody like that has a huge fan base. Because let's face it, 80% of people that bet are fans, not because they're bettors. They bet on their own team. The book knows this. And that's why the spread's always high. They know 80% of their money is going to go to Dallas Cowboys, regardless of how good they are. So the line's uneven. Put that in a teaser, say 5 or 6 points, add it with 2 other teams. Now you got, say it's a 6-point teaser, 3 of them together gives you plus 145. It's a lot easier to find 3 games that I can figure out are going to be within the 6 than one team that's going to cover the spread. Because why is the spread where it is? Is it too high? Is it too low? There's a whole bunch of factors that go in there. Go to the teaser. You make more money on a 3-game teasers than you do one bet straight. And you got a shitload better chance of winning it. It's just common sense. Now, games like hockey, baseball that have a point, it's minus 200, minus 180. That's their way of covering the spread.